Hey y'all, today I'm coming to y'all with another banger. And we're going to be talking about how to make your relationships last. Any relationships, not just emotional relationships, with friendships as well. A lot of people have trouble with that. And then another thing, for y'all who came to my channel because of tarot reasons, I just want to tell y'all, because we are in retrograde, I will not be touching any tarot cards for a minute. I'm sorry, y'all. I just can't do it. That energy is too strong. Everybody is going through something, so I'm picking up on y'all energy, and I need to prevail in life too. And I can't do that if I have the weight of everybody else and everybody else's energy on me as well. So, with that being said, let's get into this video. How do you make your friendships or your relationships last? Well, first off, you need to be able to talk to the people that is around you. You need to be able to have understanding, and understanding is the first part of love. That's how you know that it's like it's 100, because they will understand you. They will understand where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, it's hot, y'all, sitting in this damn sun. And the main important thing that you want to do, okay, we're going to start with relationships first, then we're going to go to friendships, okay? Because I don't want this to be out of place, you know? The first thing that you want to do with the relationship is you want to establish what it is that y'all want. You got to know what you want, because if you don't know what you want, then he or she may not know what they want. Honestly, you got to set boundaries. You gotta let them know what it is that you are okay with and what it is that you're not okay with. And if they don't respect that, then that's how you know right off bat. The third thing you gotta do, you gotta know your person. You gotta know when they're happy. You gotta know when they're sad. Like, you gotta really get to know them. Like, study them. Like, another thing is, like, if you really, if you really want to be with them. For example, I like to do YouTube. My boyfriend supports me in that, right? Okay, that's cool. If you have a craft and that person motivates you, it's going to make you feel way better as a person, and you're going to keep wanting to do it. For example, if you like music and your boyfriend or girlfriend supports you in your music, it's going to make you feel better. You know what I'm saying? Support them in their craft. Understand what they like to do. If they like to do shit that you're not into, still get to know what they like to do. So in case y'all want to go on like a date night or something, y'all will be able to do it together. I'm sorry, y'all was getting text messages. I'm sorry. But y'all need to understand that this love stuff, especially if you're younger, like if you're in the age groups of 16 and younger, this love stuff is different. You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's a lot different from, like, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't want your heart broken, don't call yourself falling in love, because anything that falls breaks, you know? And a lot of people don't realize that because they don't want to hear it. Sometimes what you don't want to hear is what you need to hear. Sometimes what you don't think you need to hear is exactly what you need to hear. You don't want to be with somebody that's a yes man. A yes man is somebody that lets you do whatever, whenever, with whoever. That person don't care about you, love. Another thing is, we use this word so much throughout our daily conversations. Try not to be a toxic person. If they don't want to do something, don't force it. If they're not into something, they don't have to be. That's fine. What I mean by a toxic person, if you don't trust your partner, that's not a relationship. That's not a relationship. It starts with trust. Because you can't be, like, for example, if your partner tells you, hey, I'm going to the store, and they come back, and they normally take 5 minutes to go to the store, but now they're coming back 10-20 minutes later, how do you not know that they saw like a family or a friend or something like that they wanted to talk to? Now, if it's consistent and you have a feeling that something's wrong, just ask them about it. You need to have openness with your partner. If you don't have that, then you don't have nothing. Y'all should be able to talk to each other without judgment. Y'all should be able to love each other without judgment. They shouldn't feel like they're going to be judged if they come to you, because it's going to make them not want to come to you. The whole objective is for you guys to build with each other, to be best friends. That's another thing. Start off as friends first, because I have been in relationships where I started off as in a relationship with somebody, but I know that I was genuinely supposed to be their friend because we worked better as friends. You know, you gotta find your counterpart. But what I mean by that is you gotta find somebody that genuinely, like, their souls intertwined with yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, and Neo said something recently about like how our demons didn't match. A lot of y'all, because there's a lot of conspiracy theorists out there that think that, oh, like, he actually meant like real demons. No, you gotta know how to work with each other. Like, for example, I struggle with a lot of mental illness such as anxiety and depression and stuff like that. For example, he does as well. We have to know how to coexist with each other. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know, like, for example, when I'm having a really down day or something like that, you gotta know how to work with each other. Because if you don't, then I'm so sorry, y'all. This is pissing me off. You gotta know how to work with each other. If you don't know how to work with each other, then things won't go the way you want them to go. You can't be with somebody that doesn't make you a better person. When you're with you in a relationship, I don't care what nobody says. I don't care about how bad it sounds. Y'all are with each other to take something from each other. You're not gonna stay in a relationship that you're not getting anything out of. Let's go back to that toxic word, because a lot of people use it and they overuse it and they don't understand it. You gotta trust your partners. So that's why I said in the beginning, you gotta set boundaries. If you don't want them to be around, like, I personally feel like this. My boyfriend can have female friends. He can. He's a great conversationalist. He's a great person. Um, but it's the point of the disrespect. If it becomes to the point where it's disrespectful, that's where I have a problem. You gotta respect each other to enough to know that outside of each other's presence, that you're not gonna do anything that's gonna compromise your relationship. Anything that compromises your relationship, you should not do. A relationship is supposed to be two people. If anything gets between these two people, it will fall apart. Now, a lot of people ask me, and this is a video for another time, a lot of people ask me, well, like, where do you find the good people, or where do you find people that love you and care for you and all of that? You've got to be that person to yourself first, because people look at how you treat yourself and they'll start treating you like that. So if you're with somebody, I'm not telling you, because I know a lot of women or men too, because that's a stereotype that men can't be abused. Like, you can be abused, you know what I'm saying? And another thing is, we gotta, as people, to stop expecting people to be okay with the things that we used to because of past relationships that we were in. Nobody wants to sit there and deal with the simple fact that, oh, you're used to that, so I'm gonna deal with that. If I don't like something, you're gonna change it, or else you're not understanding me and there's nothing for us to talk about. And I know a lot of people are gonna think, well, that's really harsh. No, no, no. Understand this. If I tell you that I've been through something in my past, and I tell you that that really triggers me, and it's gonna make me think that something is wrong or something's going on, and you still decide to do that, I'm gonna think you're not taking me seriously, and there's nothing for us to talk about. As people, we gotta understand that when you love somebody, it's a commitment, and everything that I'm saying from a relationship point of view, it still applies to friendships as well. You gotta make time for each other. That is the only way it'll work. You have to make time for each other. I know I watch I don't know if you guys be on Instagram like that. I'm pretty sure we're like y'all be on Instagram. If y'all know who Doja Keys is, right? Okay, so on her Instagram lives, I saw somebody talk about like advice on long distance relationships and stuff like that. This is especially for those people that are in a long distance relationship like myself. It is harder to like make time for each other. You guys have to make that time for each other, because there may be a time difference. There may be job differences, school differences. You have to, even with long distance friends, the same thing applies. You guys have to make time for each other. The moment you stop treating each other with care, that's the moment it all fall apart. Even women, we have to stop sitting over there expecting the guy to do everything. You gotta treat him how you treated him when you first got with him, vice versa. You can't do that. You want to grow, but you can't sit there and be like, oh my God, you changed, and then you realize that you haven't been doing nothing to keep him as either. You know, You gotta try to still win your man over like it's been like the first time y'all talk. You'll know when somebody's for you because you could keep falling in love with that person over and over and over again. And another thing, when the relationship goes sour, unless you know that person is really not for you, unless you really, really know that that person's just not for you, like everything in you just tells you that person's not for you. If you feel like that person is for you and y'all are not making it work because of that one issue that y'all just can't get over or get past, start over. Literally, I'm telling you, this works. With friendships as well. Start over. Start the whole process over. I know it's going to be hard. I mean, start the date over. And it's not hard to do because how many people renew their vows? And they use that day that they renewed their vows as their freaking anniversary day. Start over. It don't matter how long y'all been together. Y'all can still tell people y'all been together for that long. But start over. Start your date over. Start everything over. I'm telling you, it works. When you feel like your relationship is in a rut, you literally clear off the table and like you put listen. This goes for both relationships and friendships, okay? Y'all put everything on the table. You let each other know how you feel about everything, right? Once that conversation is done, whatever that person did wrong to you in the past, whatever you didn't like in the past, whatever it was that was holding you back in the past, you are not allowed to bring that shit back up unless there's repetitive behavior that's happening. A lot of us do that where we get hurt by somebody and then we don't trust them anymore. If you really don't trust them, don't be with them. Because it's nothing painful than somebody trying and you keep bringing up the past. Because you're not realizing it. But yeah, you may want them to change when you want them to change. But realistically, they showed you who they were when they did what they did, you know? So if that's the case, stop trying to repaint them, because at that point you're not loving them from them. You're loving them for who you taught them to be. And I had to learn that with myself. And I had to learn to love myself and all of my flaws, and I had to learn to love my partner and his self and all of his flaws. Because we have differences, but I love him. You know? We have our differences, but I love him. Like, genuinely. But I love myself more. You know? And when you get to that point of you love somebody, but you come first always, your relationship will never fail because you're always teaching that person, this is how I want you to treat me. And you got to get somebody that do that with you. I don't know about how many people are religious, but everybody needs to know this. If you are of some type of Christian or any type of belief, you cannot have a relationship with God not being your top priority. If he's not somewhere in the mixture, your relationship will fail. Or you'll think you're growing with this person, but really you'll realize that they're holding you back. I'm not afraid to say that I put God first, and then I put myself second. Then, because you need to understand, even like, for example, with women that have children and they're in relationships, right? This is the order that it should be, and it should be God, and there's nothing wrong with putting yourself after them, after him. Then your children come, then your relationship come. The only reason why I'm speaking on this is because when I was looking at my YouTube whatever that thing is, I'm gonna get back to you on that. I noticed that people 18 and older was watching my channel rather than younger kids, you know. So for me, it's like, okay, God, and then you, because if I'm not good for myself, I can't be good for anybody else around me. Not my relationship, not the people that I love, not nothing. Sometimes you gotta regroup. And anything you do with people that you love, you have to have that time for yourself so that you can give them that proper love, so you're not being that toxic person to them. Like, toxic is when everything has to be your way, it's your way or no way. You gotta compromise. And women, y'all may not want to hear this, But you have to be able to submit to a man that you feel like is your man. You know what I'm saying? You can't have the mentality of, oh, like, I don't need a man. Because why are you with him? Ask yourself that. I know you've probably been hurt in the past, but you don't want to be that stereotypical bitter woman. It's not a cute look, sis. If you really feel like you don't need a man, like you're just with him to entertain him, that's not fair to him. Allow your man to be what he's supposed to be to you, and your relationship will last. Stop trying to be the dude and the woman in the relationship. Y'all not hearing me. I'm not preaching hard enough today. Okay. I'm not preaching hard enough because y'all not hearing me. Y'all not hearing me. And don't get me wrong, I'm not an expert on this, but I've been in some long-term relationships. My longest relationship was, my longest relationship was 4 years. But it wasn't healthy. That's why I can come to y'all and tell y'all that when you genuinely love someone, you have to be in it to win it. If you're not in it to win it, then you're gonna lose. And another thing, if you don't take anything else from this, you don't want to be that person that when you get into an argument with anybody you love, whether it's a friend or a family member or a relationship, and you just already have that rebuttal in the back of your head, you want to argue with them to understand them. You don't really want to argue at all. But if you're going to, if you really just feel that urge to do so, and it just really feels right in your soul, you need to argue to understand, not... I'm sorry, I had to show y'all my nails, you know, because they're cute. You need to argue to understand. Because if you're arguing just to argue or just to have something to say, then who's really losing? You think if something goes wrong, God forbid, they're going to care if you leave? No. Because they're going to remember you as that person that always had a problem, that always started something with them, that never understood them, and they're going to end up with somebody that treats them better, and you're going to be sad. If you're just with somebody to pass time, get on. Who has time for that? Nobody has time for that. Y'all need to love yourselves to know when certain people not treating you right, to let them go. When certain people lying to you or making you feel like it's not that deep. Anybody that tells you when you have a problem it's not that deep, that's not your person. Because if they love you, it's going to be deep to them. If anybody that could watch you cry at night, whether it's friend or relationship, and they not want to change their actions for you because it's not that deep, you're tripping. You just don't understand my way of loving. Like, I dealt with that in the past. That's why I made sure whatever I did, I wasn't dealing with that again. Because I know for a fact that the love that I give, a lot of people are not used to it. It's rare. If you're rare, then you need to be with somebody just as rare as you. Y'all not hearing me? If you're a rare ass individual, you need to be with somebody just as rare as you. Because anybody that just is anybody, they're not going to be able to see you for you. And that's why you end up with people that just rocks all over you. And then you feel like people ain't shit. But reality, it's the people that you choose. Sometimes we don't attract what we are. Sometimes we attract those that are in need. Some people are not looking for love. Some people are looking to find help because the last person destroyed them. And you guys gotta watch out, because you never know if you're disrupting somebody's karma. You could be being a good ass person to somebody, but they may not be deserving it. No. I'm gonna let y'all know something. You'll know if you're disrupting somebody's karma because of the way they treat you. And once you catch on to that shit, you better let them go. Because if you're being a good-ass man or a good-ass woman to that person, and you feel like you're disrupting their karma, you better let them go. because they're supposed to be with somebody that's going to treat them like they treated the last person they were with before you. I know I got a little bit off topic, but I don't know. I feel like somebody had to hear that message. But before we go, I need y'all to hit that subscribe button. But I'm going to wait because we're almost at 100. So, like, I'm going to just wait. Go ahead. Oh, the like button too. I'm gonna give y'all time. Give y'all time. Did y'all finish yet? Cause like I got all day. I still got some more videos that I gotta do for y'all. So like hurry up, hurry up. Ow. No, seriously. Hurry up. Go subscribe. Like stop playing with me. Playing. Anyways, I'm just kidding, y'all. Not really. Go subscribe. Alright, we done waiting. The wait is over. Because I already know y'all done subscribe because y'all want to see more of me, you dig? Period. But it's your girl Dom, and it's been real. I need y'all. Y'all already know what y'all gotta do because y'all already did it, right? Y'all already did it. So that's enough of that. But have a good day, y'all. Enjoy. Really love y'all selves, and we about to go through it because it's one more thing before I go. We're in Mercury retrograde. I have a slight list. So the way I talk, like some things that I talk really fast too, and then I have like a really slight list. Like you will only know if you're talking to me in person. You'll be able to see it. But don't be paying attention to me, y'all. If y'all in person, you try to see if I have one. Stop doing that. That's mad disrespectful. I don't like that. I don't like that. It makes me feel uncomfortable. That's why I just won't speak. But yeah, so we're in Mercury retrograde. So because we're in Mercury retrograde, there's gonna be people coming back from you from your past. There's gonna be people that's trying to reconcile with you. All of that stuff, guys. Don't do it. Don't, if you're about to start a new relationship, don't wait till after March 10th. That's when the retrograde for this particular month is over, and you'll be safe to start a relationship. Because I'm only telling y'all that because if you start that, then it'll take really slow to get off the ground. You want to wait until after March 10th. Maybe wait a little. Maybe wait till the 12th. That's when you're in the safe zone, okay? But I just want to say that just in case you have any business plans, your plans are gonna be delayed. If you don't believe me, don't believe me. But I'm telling you, if you have any business plans, anything, wait till that retrograde is over because it's gonna take time for that shit to get off the ground. So I'm just telling y'all because I have really good intentions for y'all. I want to see y'all do good. You know what I'm saying? Even my friends, I tell y'all all the time, I want to see y'all do good, even if it's better than me, because I know there's always going to be a time for me. You know what I'm saying? I know that I have I'm a chosen one. I already know that. I'm chosen. I'm gonna discuss that in a different video, but I already know I'm a chosen one. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's just like it's hard being me sometimes because I'm chosen. Everybody gravitates towards me, especially when they're going through. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm naturally a healer. That's what I mean. Like I'm a chosen one. That's why I'm in the field that I'm in, because I definitely do feel like I'm the chosen one. And God put His strongest soldiers through His toughest battles. So if y'all going through something right now, if this video helped, tell me in the comments how it did. I love y'all, but I gotta go. It's hot. It is hot, honey. Have a good day, though, y'all. Bye.